Hey, it's Andrew Shackleton here, Kitchener and Waterloo real estate agent, Drew at home.com. So we're doing a little tour of the Conestoga Parkway. Just coming into Kitchener right now. We just got on at Tressler Road. That's the western boundary of Kitchener and Waterloo. Well, Tressler turns into Ivor Needles. That's the western boundary. Everything to the west of that is Wilmot Township, and to the east is Kitchener and Waterloo. Just coming up on a newer Kitchener neighborhood on our right side. This is Laurentian West. They started building it out around mid-2000s, and in the southwest end of it, there's still some construction going on right now. Left side of me, that's the West Heights and Forest Heights neighborhoods. A couple mature, not super mature, but they're 30, 35, 40 years old. Construction would have started in the late 70s for Forest Heights and would have finished up in the West End and West Heights proper probably around 2000. On the right side of me, that's the Sunrise Center, super popular mall feeding this whole area. You can find, by Kitchener-Waterloo standards, traffic's busy on Fisher-Holman here at this particular exit just due to the fact it feeds so many neighborhoods. Feeds Forest Hill to the east, it feeds Laurentian Hills to the east, and the other neighborhoods I just mentioned. So there's a little bit of traffic, 5 o'clock on a Friday, that's pretty typical. Just coming up right now, we're coming up on the Homer Watson exit. One thing about Kitchener-Waterloo, there's only two ways to get to the 401. You've got Homer Watson, which pops you out right around where Conestoga College is, probably 2 or 3 kilometers further west than Highway 8, which of course is your other choice for getting to the 401. Highway 8's definitely the quicker one because there's no stoplights, it's highway. Whereas Homer Watson, even though the speed limit's 70 an hour, you've got roundabouts and traffic lights you've got to deal with. But if you're in the south end of Kitchener, Pioneer Park area, Dune South, Williamsburg, Huron Park, those neighborhoods are all, you're better served taking Homer Watson if you need to get to the 401 as opposed to coming up, getting on the Expressway and then going down Highway 8. On the left side of me, we just passed the Southdale Neighborhood. One thing you should note, Concordia Club, the go-to spot for Oktoberfest, is located in that neighborhood. That's an annual Bavarian festival they have every October, runs a couple weeks in the fall. Right side of me, we just passed the Alpine Neighborhood. Half of it's residential, the other half is commercial/industrial. Just coming up on my right side on the Vanier-Kingsdale neighborhood, that's bounded by Fairway Road and the Expressway, Highway 8. On the left side of me, we're passing the Rockway neighborhood. That's mostly a golf course. It's got, there's lots of homes there too, but probably 3/4 of the real estate of Rockway is actually made up by the golf course. Now coming up here, this is your exit to Highway 8. That takes you right to the 401, probably 5-minute drive away from here. You'd get to Centerville, Chicopee from the highway, Vanier-Kingsdale, and Hidden Valley. That'd be your neighborhoods covered by that end of our little road trip we're doing today. Left side of me, we just passed the flyover. Takes you to the 401 if you're going south on the Conestoga Parkway. In behind it, on the left, that's the Eastwood neighborhood. On the right side of me, in where the bushes and the sound barriers, that's the Stanley Park neighborhood. Ottawa Street, coming up on that now. That's another important road. Ottawa actually runs all the way out to Laurentian Hills and Laurentian West that I was talking about earlier. It crosses underneath the Expressway and runs more or less parallel to it going out in the West End. If you were heading out Ottawa to the east, you'd be getting Stanley Park, Idlewood, Grand River North and South, and Lackner Woods. On Ottawa just to the left, this is the Auditorium neighborhood, named after Kitchener Memorial Auditorium, home of a really great hockey team we've got here in Kitchener, the Kitchener Rangers. We're actually on Highway 7 right now, but it exits the Conestoga Expressway right here and turns into Highway 7 that runs into Guelph. That's Victoria. Neighborhoods you get to from there would be Heritage Park and Rosemount. If you were going to the west, you'd be getting into your downtown Kitchener neighborhoods, Civic Center, Central Frederick, Fairfield North Ward to the north, and of course Victoria Park, Cherry Hill, your core Kitchener neighborhoods. On the left side of me, that's Fairfield North Ward, also part of it known as the Bright Up neighborhood. The chunk of it that is to the east of Lancaster is a mixed bag of commercial and industrial and residential thrown in as well. It's a real mixed bag of a neighborhood, that portion. Everything to the west of it, though, in Fairfield North Ward, Bright Up, is residential. Right side of me, all the commercial stuff you see, that's part of the Bridgeport neighborhood, but it's, I think, to the west, west of the Grand River, so the residential stuff's further to the east, and that's Bridgeport and the Kiwanis neighborhood. That bush you see straight ahead, that's Bright Up Park. Gorgeous chunk of the Fairfield North Ward neighborhood, and you definitely pay a premium if you're buying properties living on that park or backing onto that park. We're just crossing Bridgeport Road. Bridgeport Road, it's one of these main arteries in Kitchener Waterloo, but in the east end here, it also marks the boundary between Kitchener and Waterloo. So we just crossed into Waterloo from Kitchener. To my right, in behind that nice park, you've got University Downs, Kiwanis neighborhood, Lexington. On the east side of me, you've got Lincoln Heights. That's a mature suburban neighborhood that's almost in the core of Waterloo. So if you're looking to access uptown Waterloo, Lincoln Heights is a good choice. You got shopping, you've got Glenridge Plaza we're coming up on, and also a Sobeys on Bridgeport and Weber Street. Now here on University, this feeds the two universities if you're going west, so it's Wilfrid Laurier and University of Waterloo. And if you're going east on University, you would hit Carriage Crossing, Colonial Acres, Lexington, Lincoln Village, and Eastbridge, all from the University exit. So up on the hill to my right, that's Lexington. The bush you're seeing to the left, that's a lot of parkland, and it's also, it's part of the Glenridge neighborhood. Waterloo's sewage treatment plant is in there. And I can tell you this, I've lived here my whole life, there's no smell from it. They manage it super well, so no issues about buying a property near this. It's a non-issue. Lexington Road we just crossed. And we're coming up on King Street now. So one thing I got to say about Kitchener Waterloo, insurance industry is a huge employer up this way. So we're coming up right now on the left side. Manulife's corporate headquarters are sitting right there just on the corner of King Street and the Expressway. The other big insurer, that's Clarica / Sun Life. Their head offices are on the corner of Union and King Street. kind of on the Waterloo and Kitchener border. So they're two of the region's biggest employers. Your other major employers would be, in particular, the Toyota car plant. I think they've got 4,500 workers there, and the universities. They are also big employers. This whole area, it's still got a fairly large manufacturing base, so there's a lot of jobs in industry. But the other thing is as well, tech. University of Waterloo is one of the best tech universities in the entire world. We're known as Silicon Valley North. So if you're a coder or a programmer or anybody involved in that industry, Waterloo's definitely the city you want to be in. Oh, I should have mentioned, we just passed Northfield Drive. Northfield Drive, that's the northern terminus of the LRT, the light rail transit system. Runs all the way from Fairway Road, Fairview Mall in the south end of Kitchener, all the way up more or less along King Street, in through Waterloo Park, and then it pops out on Northfield and takes you into Conestoga Mall. Just getting off on King Street here. This is more or less the end of Kitchener. To your left, there's a Walmart up there and St. Jacob's Farmers Market, but that's pretty much the north end of the boundaries for Waterloo. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Have yourself an awesome day.